Good morning. How's everybody doing here? Got some a cafe. Here's my cafe. All right. Um, Still a little early in the morning here. 7:15, guys. You got a bit of time here before we get the markets open here. It is the 11th of August. Here we go again. We'll be in the middle of the month before you can shake a stick, man. All right. So that's the way the world goes. All right. So what do we got this morning? Modestly higher here this morning. Pretty quiet. Futures ain't doing too much here. I'm looking at the spies up maybe 12, $13. I got the Nasdaq around 85 to 90 bucks, somewhere in that range right now. If the Dow was to open right now, it would be opening up at about $56, maybe higher. And the Russell is up slightly by about $6 and change. Very, very quiet. Um, I think the big thing we take away from yesterday was the big crap out at the end of the day, and we'll go through some of those as we saw our Intel. They went after the semis at the end of the day yesterday. Si habla. All right, there you go. Intel down. All right, what do we got there? I'm looking at all of them right now. Marvel with the 2-2 back down. Are we starting to capitulate? That's what I put on the old whatever that is, Twitter or X or whatever it is. All right, but coming back down, nice move down here on Marvel. All right, so Marvel took a hit there. We know Intel took a hit there. We see Micron took a pretty good hit to the downside too with the 3-2 downer. All right, trying to get to some capitulation here. We see if we can find where there might be a floor afoot. All right, we'll see. Micron and with SNDK. That one was a little bit better, man. Some buyers stepped in. So somebody said, "Stop this!" All right, and so there was a little bit of a pushback on SanDisk. So we'll see on that one. Micron did not get that. Taiwan Semi was another one here. It seemed like it was only focused on semis. All right, because I got one more. Do I got one more? I thought I had one more. Oh yeah, on semiconductor puker. All right. So all semis, they take the hit at the end of the day. So somebody ran a program, or somebody just decided to start dumping these things. So we'll see what happens now. I see Marvel's already trying to pop back up a little bit here. Intel's trying to. Don't be the first guy to the party on this run here. All right, just sit tight. Sit tight. There's no need to be running after anything here. All right. As I'm looking here, now going back to the futures here, what do we got this morning? Well, we got the diamonds are better here. So with the diamonds getting better here, my utilities, they kind of stalled out yesterday. My XLU. We talked to me. We made a video about that the other day. All right, and XLU kind of like really died on us yesterday for the most part. Now she's an inside day. She's still in the ball game here, but where's she at right now? 43.53, 43.24. She ain't taking day up yet. Okay, so I think there's still a little pressure here, and we knew this was already here. All right, but it's got to start from down here. We'll see what starts to, and then we also talked about was the bigger guys like the Oklahomas and the UECs and the CCJs and the CEGs. We're going to need to get some support from these guys as well. And I think I mentioned that the other day when we talked about it. All right, so Oklahoma, another one with the inside day here. I don't know what's going on with it right now. 47.53. But Got back up to 4509, 4509. So that's still inside no matter where you're going anyway. Constellation Energy Group had that nice 3-1-2 day and it puked it back in. All right. So not quite ready for this group here. But today, with the diamonds moving up, what's going to navigate today, XLP is popping up this morning. Okay, it's going back to them staples. All right. So Staples looking still good, man. Inside the month here. All right. So we know inside month is not good. It's not good. It's not good to trade stocks that are inside month. Okay. I got guys that won't even trade inside day. Forget about inside month. All right. So stuck inside the week here, but got a nice little hammer starting to form here, all right? It's only Tuesday, and we ain't even opened yet. All right, so I got the 2-1 on the XLP, and that looks to take a 2-1-2 back up this morning. So let's see if that starts to move. A couple of names that you can really feel good about is one of them is Target. I mean, look at this Target. Target, they already took out all their targets. There are no more targets, all right? You're going after everything. $268. When was that? 2021. Okay. But Target is doing really, really well. All right. I could say that there's more room in the tank. There sure the hell is. Is there exhaustion risk? There sure the hell is. All right. But we fight through that exhaustion risk. Okay. So Target looks good. Colgate, it's looking for that 2-1 back up here today. 93.46 returning 93.06. You're not taking day up yet. That one's a little bit better. Colgate, Clorox. You're going to need some more bleach. Had the big outside day yesterday and looking to take another day up. 108.06, 108.39 I see here. So not really telling us much, but looks pretty good. All right, so diamonds a little bit. And Estee Lauder I like here. I like Estee Lauder with the 2-1 trade, trying to take that day up. 87.79, not quite there, but looking a little bit better. And then Ralph Lauren, same way. Just a 2-up on the Ralph Lauren was a good day. Yesterday, that was a nice 3-1-2 and held up the gains pretty good. You get the week in there pretty nice. All right. We'll see. We'll see with the rest of that group, that Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola. This one has been, it's really been resilient to just not, it likes staying inside. So coming in here now with the new week, you're really going to need to wake up here on this gap. This was a gapper. It never filled the gap. Well, it did come down and take out that, but I'm kind of a stickler about that. I like it to come to here because that's where the break came from. All right, so but then we did get back into the mainland here with this move, so I can be a little sympathetic to that. All right, but not much doing there right now. It's going to take a lot. It's just going to take brawn just to get that thing to move back up. All right, so that group a little bit better, and then we'll take a look at the utilities here. XLU is popping back up again. All right, a little bit, 43.52 if you want to get it back up. All right, so XLU is again. I think we're going to need some help from those other guys as well. But then we look at knee. All right, knee looking for a 2-1-2 back up. Where we at right now? 84.76, 84.78, 2 cents. Looks like that's going to take a day up on knee. All right, Southern Man, keep your head. 91.11 coming back down. Southern Man wasn't so good yesterday. All right, so the group is kind of not ready to go yet, but that is going to turn around. Okay, XLE on energy again here now. They're gonna try for peace again. Okay, for 60 times. 60 can't seem to get it. All right, so nobody wants to cut a deal, and that's the way it goes. All right, so somebody must be getting paid. All right. XLE coming back down here right now. XLE got up to 60.53, guys. Look at the day yesterday, man, right? The war's back, baby. You can smell the inflation. All right, so coming back up on that one. Look at that day yesterday, 60.19. We got to 60.53 already on the overnights now, so it looks like we might just be coming back inside slightly there. Energy's looking better. Crude's not doing anything. All right, I'm looking at it here right now. It is up 45 cents. It's up 0.55%. Okay, nothing. SPY keeps chopping. All right, she keep chopping. No matter where you go, you're chopping. You chop down here, you chop down there, you make the move, and then you start chopping again. I think this continues. We're not getting any way. They're not telling us anything right now. All right, even the 2 hour right here, coming back down on the SPY right now, go back into the chop shop. So no guidance by them at all, and the Qs as well. Chop, 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 break, chop, 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 run, chop, chop, chop. All right, so that was a move. Okay. Now do we break back down the downside? If it's true that they want to continue to stay chopped, then they need to get back down here again, and we'll see if that happens. We're at 723 right now, and we're kind of inside day here on Qs and on Dime. I'm sorry, Qs and SPY. We're right there, but we're still stuck inside day. Diamonds are taking the day up. This is a different move here now. So DIA's on the move here. And again, the industrials were, if the Dow Jones was to open right now, be about 60, 70 bucks at the very most at 539 and a quarter. 539 and a quarter. It was a really weak inside day there yesterday. Did nothing at all. I mean, it could have got the award for the most boring bar ever. Diamonds inside finishes the 2-1 inside. Where did you get up to there? 539. 539.86 probably takes that day up real close. All right, so 540 and change was the highs yesterday. That is your futures. I got a few things to look at. We're looking at this morning, CrowdStrike. They got a big thing going on in Vegas right now too. So they're talking a lot about these, cybers. Okay, cyber. Now they're all basically up at the highs right now. So CrowdStrike 226.90 sitting at the highs there. Fortinet is this one kind of a little obstinate. This one Fortinet put a nice day. It ain't anywhere near the highs. Not too far either, but what are you 167.16? This one is not really playing ball. All right, but CrowdStrike's moving up here this morning. PANW, the big guys right here. $385.17 to the highs with you. I got a little one here that you can keep an eye on, and this one's a gapper this morning. Rapido Stupido. Trying to take day up on this thing. 1186 trading 1223, got up to 1294. Watch this one today. Could make a move to the upside. On the Privet machine gun day, you're going to have to start getting through these guys right here. All right, and that would be up to 1261. We're at 1220 right now. We'll see. I kind of like that little Rapido guy. Keep an eye on that one. All right, Hack is in there too. HACK, all in there with your cybers. Okay, so cybers, they're all talking about cybers today. All right, NVIDIA is a little bit better here. It was trading 217 earlier. NVIDIA is starting to heat up a little bit. Huang found some more money, so he's back in the game. And here we go, right back at the 221. All right, so NVIDIA, when I came in this morning, this was not happening. All right, so just recently, in the last half hour, NVIDIA really has started to build. And what's it going to do? It's going to pick up the Mag 7. I talked about the Mag 7 this morning on my morning beat on X, and I talked about it. Said it stalled out for 2 days. It didn't do anything. Tesla's up there at 332. She probably goes higher. All right. So Meta is a little bit heavier this morning. Apple seems to have the flu. I don't know what the hell's going on with Apple. And Amazon just had too much to eat, and they're still trying to get their stomach fixed from the day up when it gapped up. All right. Microsoft, again, too much, too fast. Bringing it back in, and that's okay. made all-time highs. It did its job. All right. So I think the Mag 7 is good. It could have a good day today, but you're going to have a couple sticklers in there. All right. So just don't let two run the whole batch. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. All right. So that's my thoughts on the Mag 7. The video is out. We got SMCI. We got coming reporting after the close today. Good. All right. I see the shooter down. I think the stock is better than what it's showing. And you got shooter down on the week. You're two up on the month here, and you're hanging pretty good on on the quarter. But the week, that's from yesterday. Okay. So we'll see what happens. It's the first day of the new week. Coming in on Tuesday on 8/11. They report today after close. Keep an eye on it. All right. HIMS, HIMS. I got a nice joke for this one. I'll tell you that. HIMS. HIMS has been pretty good, man. You know, coming back up here, you're nice cooking in that side month here. 29.42 this morning, though, guys, coming down lower. So you're taking down. You're going to get a little bit of a gapper down. All right. No pun intended, but the problem with HIMS is that their margins are shrinking. So that's what you got going on there. All right. So HIMS, and they got hers as well. All right. HIMS down this morning and down pretty good here, down 6%. All right. That's not to be joking around with here. Seriously, that is down 6% this morning. Okay, so we'll see that, and that's all on margin. How about Rocket Lab, man? Big day yesterday, great news, and then puker the next day. All right, 79. We're taking day down now. I mean, it did have a great day, but it also did puke it all out. All right. So Rocket Lab downer here, coming back down now. All right, did get up on overnights to 77.48, so we didn't even get anywhere near the lows. Okay, so Rocket Lab looks like she's going to maybe go a little bit lower here this morning. Rocket Lab is down 3%, guys, before the market opens today. Another one here is On, and they make my favorite gym shoes that I have. On. This is a China company. Back up on here. Nice day, but they reported today, and they had a big miss on revenue, and they had horrible guidance. And when you get bad guidance, you get bad business. On this morning is sitting down 16% lower this morning on the revenue, missing revenue, and not giving good guidance. Those are bad things. Okay, so little lower here on this one this morning on the on. Really collectively, not that bad for the markets. I think until the futures start showing us which way we're going to go, we're just going to continue to be chopping in the wind here. So please stick with stocks that you know are moving. Okay, and I'll give you two right here that I talked about yesterday that just became massive. Oracle kind of stalling out on the 2-hour, and this is good because it's giving us an opportunity to try to buy some back at 149. All right, if you can get back to 149, I'd be happy. All right, do I want to buy it at 152.55? Not really. All right. 2 up on the month now, 2 up on the week now. We're only a day in here, and we already took the week up. You got a really, really nice quarter. You guys can see that on your own, but you got a really nice hammer coming up on the quarter, and you're 2 up on month. All right, so we're looking for Oracle to pull back 140. What is it? 149? 149 if you can get it. All right, Oracle. I think it's better. I think it goes higher, and probably a little triangle out here and there. Be prepared for that. It's going to happen. All right. Every once in a while, they're gonna dump a day on you, and that's the way it goes. All right. So Oracle, I think better, and then D-Dog. I mean, just D-Dog. What a day. goes outside, 262.30. She's two back in at 259. Nothing's going to stop this thing. um, just the D dog, man. Look at your month here. Kind of stuck in the middle. A lot of indecision here. I got the same thing with the quarter, and we got this inside week here that started here. So this is a 3-week program that we're looking at here. So in this whole 3 weeks, if you look at this whole 3 weeks here, even with this outsider, that high and that low, everything's inside this bar. Okay. So you could put that in there and you can put that in there. It all fits in there. And this is it. This is the move. Okay. So we'll wait and see what goes on with the D dog with the inside week. Had a really good day yesterday. 259. I mean, it's not far off of the highs yesterday. D dog was a big mover yesterday. 263 is the number. I think it's going to get there. I think it's going to hit that 263 range number. I had a better number from there. I'll get you a better number on D Dog. I'll tell you, D Dog was a great day yesterday. All right, I don't know if we can do it again. Apple's got the flu. I don't know what the hell's going on with Apple, but it definitely seems to be trying to get back up here on a daily again now at 309. Every time she gets to 313, she backs off, and I think she needs to go back down to 296, and change its attitude or something. All right, so Apple just not really getting the job done here. All right, SanDisk is a little bit better here, guys. It's 12.55 right now, closed at 12.37. I'm looking at Micron right now at 876.48. We closed at 861. We're slightly higher. We know that everything got killed at the end of the day. All right, so did we capitulate on this move, and do we start to move higher? I wouldn't chase. Do not chase these things. Do not chase them. Okay, let them come to you. They've been horrible. Okay, and so I got things change. Ain't gonna change overnight. One of the things that I don't never talk about is Bitcoin, but I have a little Bitcoin, and it's holding pretty good at 64,000. People have been dumping it like crazy. Okay, and 64,000 has been holding. Okay, there's been a lot of people that have been dumping this Bitcoin, and she's showing some strength here at 64,000. Okay, I'm not saying that she's on the floor or she's this and that. What I'm saying is that they have dumped a lot of selling into this thing, and it's holding at 64,000. That doesn't mean it's going to advance. It just means that it's gaining support. Okay, so Bitcoin, I think, is a little better. Now, this thing has been down and out, all right? Been down and out huge. All right. A couple of things this morning. I got Riot Fest in Chicago here. Big concert series in Chicago. Alanis Morissette on Sunday. I'm going to go see that show. Iggy Pop is going to be there, too. All right. This is good. All right. Riot coming some beside 2-1 in the quarter here. Shooter down on Riot coming down. I mean, heavy. Looking like, this thing has been sitting on pretty heavy here this morning. 22.71. All right, so you're going to take a 2-day up. You're going to take a 3-day up. You're going to take it all the way back up to 23.81 to triangle out the whole bunch. All right, coming back up. Was higher on the over there. Got up to 24.03. Riot on the move fest this morning. All right, and then we got CleanSpark, CLSK. I don't talk about Bitcoin that much. CLSK, crapper down, and now coming up better here today. 1234, 1199. Got up to 1214, 1214. You're nowhere near that. So that would be your next move to the upside. CleanSpark, a little bit better there. And then there's Mara. All right, and Mara's another one here. They've been puking down, and now they got a gapper up here. All right, so the 996. All right, so can't even take out the 2-day. We'll see if they can bust through there and get back up to 1097. All right, that's that. Did I talk? I talked about XLP. I talked about XLU. We talked about energy. The banks. There's a boatload of them that are inside month. I don't trade any of them. Bank of America just continues to go higher. I can't stop it. It's going to keep going. All right. Is there exhaustion risk? Yes. Protect? Yes. All of that for sure. Capital One Financial, another one trying to get back up strong with the inside on the week now. And you had a good day yesterday. And she's a little bit quieter this morning here on Capital One Financial. You look at Visa, Visa down. Okay, Visa been down. All right, and coming down right now. All right, so Visa reconfirming the fact that you are stuck inside the 1 month and not doing anything. That's what you're getting. MasterCard about the same. You're getting about the same treatment coming back in there. We're dropping back in off the highs. All right, so it's going to happen. That's the way it goes. American Express, AXP, another one. Shooter back down, coming off of those highs. All right, was way up here, but that's last year. All right, so I just think exhaustion risk, man, is really what's beating up on the banks here in Goldman Sachs. Shooter back down here for this month, and then you get the one back inside, but they're not showing us anything right now. So there's nothing there's no roadmap for Goldman Sachs right now at this point. All right. All right. So we'll see what the rest of this day brings. I'm looking at the discretionaries and the XRT retails. We were looking at V Sexy yesterday. She broke 100. I still think she goes higher. She got up to 102.46. This thing is going to take a breather. Nice move to the downside at the end of the day. Maybe back down to 89 bucks, 88 bucks. I think that might be a sweet spot there. All right, but I don't know if I'd be buying it at 102 bucks right now. All right. So that one has been pretty good. Another one that's been pretty good that kind of fell off too was Etsy. Etsy made such a nice move. Etsy from this move, and then they triangled out a little bit, and they're doing their thing. So they're on the backswing right now. I think this thing comes around, turns around, and gets back up again. All right, got that 2 up on the quarter, and that looks pretty good. And you're taking out a whole bunch of months on that quarter. By the way, you still got Pivot Machine Gun on the month. I'm sorry, on the quarter. All right, so Etsy here stalling out is all it's doing. All right, so let it do its thing right now. I don't really have too much to say about any of that. Abercrombie and Fitch had a nice day yesterday with the 3-2 up. Give me another day up. Why not, right? Give me the 3-2-2 back up. Why not? Look at this. Boom, boom, boom. That's what we look for. We look for things that are 2-2 up on the month and 2-2 up on the week. Okay? That's important. All right? Make sure you're 4 hour and you're 2 hours. Watch what you're doing. Make sure you're in full time frame continuity. All right. Abercrombie and Fitch. It looks like it wants to go higher than me. All right. So Target. I'm going to finish it up here. Walmart might have woke up. Might have. Okay. She ran up yesterday. They're trying to bring the pressure back in again here a little bit right now. All right. It's been really hard to get this thing going. And here's your month. Finally, maybe starting to turn green. All right. So Walmart, maybe it's waking up, and I got another one that might be waking up here too. Is Netflix? All right, another one, Netflix. Oh my God. I mean, they did make a nice move, I gotta say. All right, from the gap down. All right, it filled the gap up in this area here. All right, but when you look at it for the year, I mean, I'm looking at the quarter here. So it's 2 down at 65.52. We're just coming off that low right now at the 65.08. All right. That was sitting on the year low here. All right. So we got a long ways to go. 108.94 to get Netflix, just to get back into a point where it's like in the middle of the year or in the middle of the quarter. All right. From looking at, I have to pull this up on the year. Here, I'll flip it over here on the year. Okay. There you go. Stuck in the middle with you. Indecisive. Starting to eat from the bottom up. All right. I think she gets better. There's a magnitude right there. 81, 85. That's the number that I'm going for. I'm in Netflix. I'm staying in Netflix. See what happens. I see the future's trying to prove up a little bit higher. We're still going to be inside day on Qs and spies, and we know that diamonds are better, just a tad. Futures are quiet. They're going after the cybers. Don't chase that garbage. Um, and then you got a couple other things that are moving around. We got the hymns, we got the on, and then we got Rocket Lab to the move to the downside. All right, that's it. That's all I got, man. All right. Coffee with JJ in the morning. All right, it is now 7:46. Be good.